Hi everyone, this is Brooke Akins, and on behalf of Q1 Productions, I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar and thank you for joining us. Today's webinar is going to focus on new clinical evaluation guidance for software as a medical device from the FDA and global regulators. And we're very lucky to have Yarmila Pavlovic, who's a partner, as well as Kristen Zielinski-Duggan, who's a senior associate at Hogan Lovells with us today. And they're going to be discussing the guidance within the context of other FDA and international software regulations and guidance. They'll be highlighting key definitions, expectations, and applications for clinical evaluation. And finally, they'll speak to identify areas of ambiguity within the guidance that are going to require further refinement. At this time, it's my honor to hand it over to our presenters, again, Yarmila Pavlovic and Kristen Zielinski-Duggan. I'm going to be handing it over to Yarmila. Yarmila, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, and thank you to everyone who's joined us today. We are looking forward to this program. So we're going to go through a couple of things today. We're going to give you a little bit of background about how FDA has regulated software in general as a medical device in the U.S., and then we're going to talk through the summary of the draft guidance, give you an overview of our thoughts of the guidance and its meaning. And then at the end, we're going to go through a little bit of discussion about, well, what does all of this mean for you and for the products that you may be working on, and conclude with questions that you all may have. Just as a level-setting exercise, in the U.S., FDA regulates as a medical device a thing, and I've included here the whole definition, but I will summarize by saying things that are used in the treatment or diagnosis of individual patients. And so FDA has interpreted that definition quite broadly. It's not necessarily that the thing, whether it's software or some other product, be doing the diagnosis or the treatment entirely on its own, but rather that it's used in the treatment or diagnosis of an individual patient. And the intended use is quite important to determining whether a product falls within this definition. So there are things that may have multiple intended uses and in some contexts are regulated as medical devices and in other contexts are not. An example of that would be a heart rate monitor, where when a heart rate monitor is used for fitness purposes, it's not a medical device, and when it is used for medical purposes, it is a medical device. This structure applies equally to software as it does to physical things. And so over the course of time in the last, say, 10 years, FDA has developed some pretty significant precedent for regulating standalone software that's not embedded inside of a medical device as a medical device in its own right.
On behalf of Q1 Productions, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you'd like to see the full webinar presentation, please follow this link to add it to your cart. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please contact us at webinars@q1productions.com. Thank you.